Hey everyone, Effie here. Today I'm going to introduce our new Daisies Unlocked layering stencils. There are 4 stencils in this collection. You have 3 petal layers and then a smaller, narrower 4th stencil for the daisy centers. We're going to go ahead and blend stencil 1 with our Orchid Crush dye ink, which is our lightest layer. And I'm using our wide flat stencil brush to blend the entire stencil. I nestled stencil 1 right into the corner of my cardstock and blended the whole thing. Then I took off the stencil, replaced it with stencil 2, which is the second petal layer, and then I align the upper left corner of the stencil to the upper left corner of the cardstock once again. And then for this second petal layer, I used our dolled up dye ink and I blended the entire stencil with this mid-tone pink ink. Once I was done with this second layer, I replaced it with the last petal layer, which is stencil 3. Again, I aligned the upper left corner of the stencil to the upper left corner of my cardstock. Since there are a little bit more intricate areas on this particular layer, I used a smaller brush, which is our standard size blending brush. It has a little bit of a domed curve on the surface, so you're able to get into the nooks and crannies a little bit easier with the smaller brush. And I use Grand Fuchsia for stencil 3. Then I took off stencil 3 and I'm going to use this last stencil to blend in the centers of my daisies. You're going to orient this last stencil in a vertical manner, just like this, and you're just going to move down the line along the stencil and move your way down your blended panel. I'm using a combination of our Beach Blondie and our Amber Citrine dye inks and our mini blending brush. I used Beach Blondie first for the entire center, and then I just dabbed the Amber Citrine, which is a little bit darker, in the center of the daisy centers just to give it a little bit of texture. Once my blending was complete with all 4 stencils, I just cropped my panel off. Here is the coordinating die for our Daisies Unlocked. It is one die that will cut out all 8 flowers in one single pass through your die cutting machine. So just place it cut side down over your blended image, tape the die to the cardstock, put it in your die cutting sandwich, run it through your die cutting machine, and it's going to cut out all of these beautiful daisies just like this. This stencil set and the die is available now on the website. I hope you'll check out the rest of the September release on the blog.